Hey there, toy collector friends and Doctor Who fans alike. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the time travelling toy collector, and this is another entry, and a sort of different entry, into my series on collecting Doctor Who, the collection, sort of the ultimate Blu-ray archive collection of Doctor Who. Now, I'm currently going through all of the first releases of new Doctors. So we've now reached the official 9th Doctor. He, of course, doesn't have The Collection box set Blu-ray, but he does have The Collection. Well, he doesn't have The Collection. He has a Steelbook. So we're going to go with the Steelbooks for the new Who Doctors, as they're currently being referred to, as far as we possibly can. Then we will go back and infill with all of the other The Collections and associated Steelbooks, etc., as we move back through the range, hopefully affording us opportunities to stop as new The Collection entries are released and or new Who entries are also released, just so it is a complete video series, if you like, of everything that's available around season 1 back from 1963 down to the most recent season. And this is notably the complete first series, aka, for those who are collecting from 1 onwards, as season 27, arguably. I'm going to try and not get too drawn into that, because we've just, literally as I'm going to film this, we've just been hearing the returning producer and showrunner Russell T Davies is calling the new season of Doctor Who season 1 all over again, just to add to the layer of confusion. So I don't know what that's going to do to any future Blu-ray releases, but we'll find out as they get released. But I'll still tag them into the collection, because hey, it's handy to have one playlist rather than, you know, too many. So this is the first entry of New Who that came into being in 2005. This obviously wasn't released in 2005. It was only released a couple of years ago when they started re-releasing the New Who series on Blu-ray. Sometimes there was some Blu-ray Steelbook or DVD Steelbook sets that were released exclusive to certain stores, be they online or be they high street, and I didn't really get any of those, so I've jumped at the chance to sort of continue my collection with these, because they're really nice. There's not much to them, which should probably mean that these additional videos won't be huge in terms of length, etc., but they're still lovely, they're still beautiful artwork, and it's still really nice to have a look at the quality of what you get. That said, I'm also, because this is hopefully going out, as if everything works to plan, very early in November 2023, which of course is the month we celebrate the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who being launched on BBC TV in the UK. And as I don't have any thing really new coming in for the collection range, it seemed appropriate, and I'm really glad I've timed it like this, that we go into the new era just as we're about to be reintroduced to introduced or reintroduced, depending on your point of view, to the latest iteration of the Doctor, prior to the next iteration of the Doctor. And you know, more on that I can't really say at the time of recording, because we're yet to see those new 60th anniversary specials and get all the context we need about what exactly is going on with the Doctor's latest regeneration. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, you need to go and find out, because it's all going to happen from, I think it's the 25th of November 2023 onwards for 3 weeks. The 60th specials will air. So without further ado, here is the Blu-ray Steelbook for Christopher Eccleston's first and only, spoiler, season as the 9th Doctor. There he is pictured with Rose Tyler, as played by Billie Piper, with, again, lovely metallic artwork with a sort of bronzy hint to it. And we know what other returning enemy turned up in this series with a bronzy hint to it, so I don't know whether that's a covert nod or not, but it's a nice touch nevertheless. Again, these are a huge space saver compared to what we had before, and I will touch on that in a second, but you can see why this is very attractive on the shelf. This is the slipcover, and we can see from the rear of this that it does play a little bit into the aesthetic of the collection, the archive collection version, with a nice bit of artwork, and then a list of the episodes and the bonus features. I would just say what a lovely moment this is, because there's so many episodes, which is something the new series sort of falls away from the new series as we progress. But this was almost like the golden age of the new series, I think, really. With so many episodes a year, we were very, very blessed and very, very lucky with what we had. The slipcase obviously comes off. I keep mine on just to protect the main thrust of it all, but you can see the clean artwork on the front there. And also on the reverse, we have pretty much that artwork from the slipcase, but in that lovely metallic hue, and there are our friends in that bronze, detailing those lovely Daleks with some nice shiny bits, and the TARDIS, of course, with Bad Wolf prominently graffitied on the side. The interior is very nice. There's not a huge amount to talk about, as I mentioned. We don't get really any sort of booklets or anything with this one. It's very, as you would imagine, a stock photo of the Doctor. I'm going to make a mess of this. Here we go. Of the Doctor and Rose in the TARDIS, publicity still that's been used time and time again. There we are. That's the range of, and there's Rose that side. Make sure that's in the shot. There you go. So yes, it's very compact. As I say, there's not a huge amount to explore and examine within the Blu-ray Steelbooks, but I just think they're so lovely, and they're such an important part of the legacy of Doctor Who, that it was worth bringing them into play and including them in this. But because this is, if you like, my contribution, or one of my contributions to the anniversary month, I'm just going to pop this out for a second, slip it back in there, and bring in this. Goodness me, you say, what on earth is this? Well, this, folks, is the original release of the very first series of New Who. And yes, it came as a TARDIS. This is what we got. We got a very unexpectedly large box, which was the first series, and it opens. It's got a little sort of magnetic thing here, so it opens like that. Then it opens, all the discs fall out continuously, just so you're aware, and it is a model of the TARDIS inside. Well, actually, it's so old, this is actually completely fallen out. It's disc 1, which should sit there. That's how old it is. This has fallen out, so that's devastating. Oh no, that goes there. See, it's so old. I only dug it out for this video because I thought, oh, this would be nice. I should have looked inside it first. What a catastrophe! But basically, you've got the discs. You do get a booklet here. Put the discs there. You do get a booklet, and then you also have other discs there, here and here. I don't know if you can hopefully see those around the corners. Very large, much bigger on the inside, this box. But yeah, it's a really, despite how I'm making a complete mess of showing it to you. So there's the booklet that you get with this, which is pseudo compatible, to be fair, with the Steelbook, because it has everything you need. And there's the TARDIS console that we're familiar with from the 9th and 10th Doctors. And also, briefly, the 11th Doctor, as I've just thought through a moment when that crops up. We've also got some advertising, some HMV vouchers, because this came from HMV. So let's pop, nearly sent it flying, because it's huge. So let's just pop that back in there. But I just wanted to show you, because, you know, this wasn't how DVDs were being presented, you know, back in 2005. And it was a real big deal that this was something we were receiving. Is there something it's catching on? Oh, it's just catching on that, because it's really resisting me in terms of being just popped back into its into its sleeve. I think I'm going to have to just deal with that myself rather than continue to make a complete pig's ear of it. But I just wanted to sort of show you that this is what we got back in 2005. So I'll sort of lift this out carefully. I thought it had survived a little better, but I will do my utmost to restore it to its original goodness. Incorporate a couple of photos at the end, all being well. But yes, so maybe you were lucky enough to get that. They did do a reissue of it, like a standard edition, where it came as a slightly more contained box set, much like the DVD releases for series 2, 3, 4, etc. Excuse me. But that is a thing of the past, and this is a thing of the present. And again, you can see, compared to the storage for that version of series 1, you can see why something like this is far more attractive on my actual display shelf for the collection of my entire range. But certainly I would never dream of getting rid of that original iteration, because I think it is a wonderful piece of physical media history. And as you will be aware if you're a subscriber to the channel, and if you're not, please subscribe, but if you're a subscriber to the channel, you will be already familiar with the fact that I do enjoy physical media, especially when there's love and care and attention put into what is being produced. I don't think you can shake that off. Anyway, that went on slightly longer than I suspect the future ones will, because as you see, there's not a huge amount within the DVD, the Blu-ray Steelbooks to discuss, but I just want to keep them included and keep them moving forward, so it does ultimately become as full a record of the complete Doctor Who TV collections as it can be. So thank you very much for spending the last 13 or so minutes with me. You've been a lovely audience. I've been the time traveling toy collector. This has been a look at the Ninth Doctor's first foray, well indeed only foray, into his televised stories, and indeed what was originally the DVD and then later the Blu-ray market. Thank you for sticking with me. As I say, please do subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a future video, and it will help project me forwards to my next subscriber milestone, which would be absolutely fantastic. So all it is for me to say is, as I say, I've been the time traveling toy collector. This has been the Blu-ray entry for the Ninth Doctor and Rose in the new first, but also series 27 version of the show. And I look forward to seeing you in a future video. So take care. Bye-bye for now. And remember that a thing of beauty really is a toy forever. Even if it's like a collectible Blu-ray thing, it's still a toy forever. Okay. Take care and bye-bye for now.